What is up, beautiful people? This week I'm coming at you with a video from Postojnska Jama. Postojna is the town and Jama means cave in Slovenian. So I visited a cave this week and it was pretty awesome. In 2021, the cave hit its 39 millionth visitor. So by now it's well over 40 million. If you come to Slovenia, it's a very popular place for tourists to travel, to visit some of the nature. There's even a book dating back to 1819 called The Golden Book. There's actually several books now, but they all capture the names of the visitors. So ever since the beginning of the cave's first opening to tourists, 1819, they have been capturing the number of visitors to the cave. The very first visitor was the heir to the Austrian throne, Ferdinand I.
Hey, just want to pop in real quick. Please hit the like button below, subscribe, turn on notification bell, and tune in every Sunday for a new video. Thanks, see ya.
Other famous visitors include Count Tolstoy and the youngest son of Wolfgang Amadeus Mozart. So there's several different packages you can choose when you go. I chose the 2-package trip. This included the cave tour, which you will see in this video, and I also visited Predjama Castle, which I'll do a video about in the future, and you'll see that as well. For adults, it's $41. For students, that's anyone between the age of 16 and 25, it's $33.50. For children under the age of 16, it is 25 euros. And then for anyone from 5 all the way down to newborns, it is 2 euros per visitor. This year, actually, they will be hosting the Nativity inside the cave between the dates of December 25th and December 30th. From my understanding, they do have this every year. So if you're seeing this in the future, you can check those dates out online. The cave tour itself is about an hour and a half with a guided tour. There's several different groups. I went to the English group, obviously, and my group was quite big, but there is a guided tour. He or she walks you through some of the history and tells you a little more about the cave. So this cave actually has the first railway that takes you into an underground cave. It was built in 1872, and this railway is actually the one that we took in. As you can see here, you hop onto the train and it takes you deep into the cave. The train actually has a very unique history. The train even was actually first pulled by man. So the first cave guides pulled 2 carriages called phaetons. Each of these phaetons carried 4 guests apiece. So in the beginning, only 8 people could tour at a time. The first usage of this train-like vehicle was in 1857 when Franz Joseph and his wife Elizabeth visited the cave. When they first built the train system, the train tracks themselves were 1,532 meters, which is roughly about 5,000 feet. And this took them about 3 months to complete. In 1923, after World War I, the cave was actually under the Kingdom of Italy. During this time, Italy improved the cave and the train system by introducing a gas-powered locomotive. These first gas-powered locomotives were built to carry 20 passengers at a time into the cave. In 1956, electric locomotives were introduced to the cave, and that is actually what they still have today. For obvious reasons, the electric locomotives are a lot quieter, and a lot of tourists were having problems with the gas-powered ones because they were so loud. On the way in, you're on the train for about 15 minutes. That's going in and coming back out each 15 minutes. If you're going, you're gonna wanna pack a jacket because throughout the entire year, the cave sits at about 10 degrees Celsius or 50 degrees Fahrenheit. The cave itself is 24 kilometers long, which is about 15 miles. The tallest structure in the cave is about 50 meters high or about 165 feet. All the stalagmites and stalactites you see in these caves are called dripstones. These grow at a rate of about 1 centimeter per year. So the stalagmites themselves are actually made from water dripping from the ceiling through the limestone. When this water drips through the ceiling, it brings with it a trace of calcite. When this calcite piles up, that's what creates these stalagmites and stalactites. When the stalagmite and the stalactite connect, it's actually called a tower. In these stalagmites and stalactites, you can also see traces of other elements. For example, there are brownish or orange colors in these stalagmites and stalactites, and that is actually traces of iron that also comes down through the rock via rainwater. The oldest stalagmite in the cave was projected to begin about 150,000 years ago. This stalagmite is 16 meters tall and carries the nickname skyscraper. Skyscraper is 160,000 cubic meters in size, Just as a reference, London St. Paul's Cathedral, if you added on a few extension, it would still fit inside of the stalagmite. Scientists have dated this cave back to 3 million years ago, as water dripped through 70 million year old limestone rock and created these caverns. Postojnska Jama is also home to a creature known as a baby dragon. When they were first discovered, people actually thought that baby dragons were coming out of the cave when it actually flooded. These creatures are a pinkish color, they're almost pale, and they have a translucent look. Right behind their gills, they have an unusual red tuft-like things. They kind of look like gills just on the outside. These creatures don't have any eyes, and they actually have 4 limbs with 10 digits. The 2 front feet have 3 digits, and the 2 back feet have 2 digits. These creatures are actually only found in the Postojnska region. Specifically, they're found in Postojnska Jama cave. I'm not going to try to pronounce the Latin name, but the English name is Olm. O-L-M-S. These creatures have a long snake-like body. They almost look like some kind of salamander. They're between 25 and 30 centimeters long, which is about 10 to 12 inches long. These creatures can go without food for many years, and they have a lifespan of up to 100 years. When I left Šmarna Gora, that I talked about in my last video, I didn't think it could get much better. But I honestly might have enjoyed the cave even a bit more. Overall, Postojnska Jama was an amazing experience. Just seeing the development of millions of years of water dripping slowly through limestone rock. It's pretty incredible to think about how this could even be made from that. But it's obvious just from sight that it took millions and millions of years to create. If you come to Slovenia, you definitely have to visit. After leaving Postojnska Jama, I visited Predjama Castle, which was about a 20-minute drive. Predjama Castle is a castle built into the side of a mountain. Beneath the castle is a 14-kilometer cave, so it's a massive cave. And this positioning in the castle allowed them to see everyone coming in front of them, and no one could attack them from above. But it also allowed them to escape if they needed to. Running under the castle is a beautiful river. They actually have a well built in the cave that allows them to access the river beneath the walls of the castle. So it was amazing, amazing, amazing. And I'll show you a picture right here of that castle, and that's actually what I'm gonna be talking about next week. So this is just a quick preview of what's to come. Cheers. What up, beautiful people? What up? This week I visited Two front feet have 3 digits, and the 2 back feet have 2 digits. These creatures are actually only found in the Postojnska. These creatures are actually only found in the Postojnska region. In these stalagmites and stalactites, you can also see traces of other elements. For example, there are brownish ones or orange. However, they're brownish or orange. There are brownish or orange